welcome back to my channel. This is Ingenious Giacomo, and today I'm fixing some cabinet door, and it's kind of crazy. I don't think I ever seen a cabinet. I know about particle board, you know, sometimes it's mainly particle board. Sometimes you get the good ones. They made with laminated and you know, the also the plywood or real wood. Forget about the real wood, but this is crazy. Look like the thing is made of fiberglass. That's what it got wet. The whole thing swollen up this high. So I was like, at least if the door couldn't close. And now I'm going to rebuild. I'm going to use my famous Durham putty, the rock hard. But I didn't know it's going to bind to this thing. That's what kind of concerned me, because at first I need to let it dry further. So I'm going to shave it off and see. But so let me show the cabinet. That's that's how it looks on the outside. Very nice. Wow, beautiful wood. But underneath is technically fiberglass. That actually is fiberglass. It's crazy. The same stuff they make the ceiling tiles with. So I never saw anything like that. Gonna do my best to fix it. Just kind of, I was puzzled to see how they actually make cabinet door out of. That's fiberglass. Absolutely. That's cannot be nothing else. It doesn't look like wood and particle board. I mean, it's just layers of fiberglass. Wow, crazy. Never seen it. Guess this is the first one for everything. And I am trying to fix this cabinet door. As you can see, it just got wet one time, and that's what happened to it. Very, very weird. Anyway, I was surprised about the use of fiberglass, and they actually say, see, if you look at it, you wouldn't think so. It look like a particle board, very fine particle board. Is very weird, but it's actually, like I say, fiberglass is kind of crazy, unless they use a different insert on this part. I don't know, but so all it took for this cabinet to be exposed to water a day. It was a leak underneath the sink, and it sucked up the through this the water like a sponge. And that's the damage. And I'm going to try to repair because I cannot match it anymore. Luckily, it's in a back room, so it's not as bad. But there was so warped, couldn't even close the door anymore. So I'm going to try to fix it. Just very strange. They claim it's so resistant. All that. I guess I forgot to mention the water thing. It just it's like a sponge. It sucked up the water to incredible level. Now all this thing is just, I mean, it peels off. That's it. It just peels off at the touch. Like it's still moist, by the way. So I need to dry it further before I can even repair it. Yeah, see, all this thing peels off. That's how much it came out of that. That's crazy. So this thing, if I let it soak in water, probably is gonna be like, I would say, a foot tall at least. It's amazing. It's crazy. I never saw that. Okay, that's Ingenious Giacomo, and today is my first experience with fiberglass cabinet doors. And it's not a pleasant one. Yeah, I'm starting my repair in a moment. I removed pretty much as the damaged wet fiberglass. I put it there. That's as much I got out of it. Or just a little bit, a little more maybe. So I just shave it off. So I got a little more strong surface to bond. I'm gonna put a little layer of the putty there, let it dry, a kind of wet, so I kind of blend with this, and then I do the final layer with a little thicker mixture. So this one is gonna be kind of semi-wet, and then we see what happens. I wanna put something here so it doesn't fill up this thing. Actually, I might glue it before it's stuff get inside. Okay, let me get going. Okay, I mixed my Durham putty. That's this one. I don't know if it's good for fiberglass. Honestly, I normally use it on wood, particle board, even on, I use it sometimes actually on concrete. But so I mix it not too wet. I'm gonna put it on top of this thing, let it dry, and tomorrow I'll go back and see if it binds it. If it don't bind, I'm gonna go probably with an epoxy resin. It might be actually probably the best thing. Epoxy and fiberglass normally do bind pretty well, but I'm gonna try with this one since I have a whole big container. It was like 10 something at Lowe's for the big container. It's like 4 pounds. The small one is like $4 only. My God, I think less than one pound. I think the small one. Yeah. So let me get going here. I did pretty much put all my Durham's putty on it. I just kind of spread it out, as you can see. I can sand it, but it's too soon. I'm gonna do in 2 treatment. I'm gonna let it dry. It takes a few hours to dry. Tomorrow I'm gonna do a second finishing touch. Yeah, I wanna make sure it's binding okay. That's very important. If it's not binding okay, I won't go crazy. A good thing about this stuff, you can actually sand it, so I'm not to worry about if it's a little uneven. Once it's tomorrow I do a second layer, then I'm gonna let it dry, then I sand it, then I'm gonna paint it white. Since it's the inside of the cabinet anyway, the outside won't be perfect, but for sure better than it was, because I couldn't close anymore because the fiberglass got so swollen. So that's it. This is Ingenious Giacomo, and my first attempt repairing a fiberglass cabinet door. And let me rinse this before it gets too dry. But this actually, in an hour or so, it can actually be sanded. But I'm gonna be leaving for the day, and tomorrow I'm gonna try the second attempt and finish it up. Okay. So the sanding did the trick. As you can see, I just went with this coarse. It's barely used, by the way. That's it. I'm done. That's all the dust that came out of it. I'm gonna just clean it and paint it. Ready for painting. You know, I'm outside, so I hope it's a little windy, so it's not too good. I'm having a high heat, heat resistant. Actually, let me get some blue tape to put here. I don't want to paint the bottom part. The same with this. So let me get some blue tape and put it on before I paint it. Okay, I'm using Krylon high heat. You know, what I had laying around. Normally I use a white epoxy or something like this, but I have it but in my storage. So let me go with this one. Let's see what happens. Uh-oh. Let's take a little more. You can see that's the fiberglass where it was exposed again. Makes it a little harder to cover. Anyway, so far it seems okay. I need a second coat. Like I say, it's not perfect, but it's a big improvement, a bit better than throw the old door away. Since I couldn't find it anyway, I could not match it to save my life. So that's a big improvement. And that's it. I'm gonna put it back up, and that's the inside part anyway. Then I'll show you once it's dried the other side. So the door is back up. There's the door was repaired. Before I did all the repair job, it couldn't even close. It would stick out this much because of the swollen fiberglass in the back. So that's it. I'm done. This is Ingenious Giacomo, and thank you again for watching. Please thumbs up and subscribe if you can.